What's going on, guys? It's Heathen Tracy from the Love Seat. We are live at the Love Seat. Welcome. Come on in. Sit down with us.
Hi, guys. Happy Monday. Woo!
It's Monday. It's fun day. Or is that Sunday? I see Sunday Fun Day on social all the time. So I guess people do fun stuff on Sunday.
I like Mondays.
Is Monday not fun?
I like Mondays. Who doesn't like Mondays?
I don't know. I don't know a lot of people that like Mondays. But
there's the Carpenters of Rainy Days and Mondays always get me down.
That's the Carpenters?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know that whole song.
Throwback.
I used to love the Carpenters, guys.
Throwback to the Carpenters. Well, guys, if this is the first time you've seen Tracy and I, we are relationship strategists specializing in premarital preparedness and intramarital improvement. We want you married and motivated.
Oh, yeah.
We're so glad that you were able to join us live here on the Love Seat tonight. And this month and all month, we will be talking about our theme, which is compassion. The streets of passion. No, that's Passion is next month. But that song, I think, is was that a Prince? It was an old Prince song?
Maybe you're the Prince expert. I'm
the
not.
Streets of Passion. Passion.
I don't know that one.
The streets of...
I don't know.
It's going to come to me who that was. I think it's Prince, but I'm not sure. Somebody out there knows.
How did daylight savings time treat y'all?
Were you confused this morning? Were you a little tired, a little sluggish?
I was in a struggle a little bit.
Was the struggle boat real this morning?
I think it was.
Some people at the gig were like, dude.
I don't think I got an email to like noon.
That's like a national debate about the daylight savings time and whether to keep it or not.
I say get rid of it.
Have y'all seen that?
I think California got rid of it.
California and I think that there's like a bill on the floor in Congress or something.
A bill on the floor in Congress.
Yeah, they're talking about once we've gone to daylight savings time, let's not go back.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that.
Never go back.
Never go back.
Keep it like it is. Everybody make the adjustment. Yep. You know, we're going to be good. What's going on in Trinidad? Trinidad in the house, Maya.
So we're going to talk a little bit longer, so you can pop in and pop out. It's all good. If you haven't checked out the podcast this week.
Once they come in, they don't want to pop out.
Okay, I like that. If you haven't checked out the podcast this week, it is posted.
Podcast posted. Where's the podcast posted?
Everywhere, y'all. Everywhere. Joyfully Married After. You can tell Alexa, play Joyfully Married After. Or I think it's Alexa, play the podcast Joyfully Married After. Mm-hmm. Or you have to put the podcast in there.
She'll play it for you.
And she'll play it for you.
Just ask her real nicely.
So
I want to listen to Heathen Tracy, Alexa. Can you play Joyfully Married After, please?
And we've also posted our new video series.
Our new video series is posted.
It's posted.
Wait. Can people go somewhere and actually see our brand new video series? Tracy?
Yes. Go to heathandtracy.com.
I don't know Tracy. It's on heathandtracy.com.
It's on there, guys. And we talk about all 10 aspects of marriage intelligence.
Yes.
So
all 10.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Let us know. Hop in the Facebook group and let us know what you think. Let us know if you agree or not.
Yeah, spread the word too.
Spread the word. You gotta have these 10 things, y'all. You gotta have these 10 things.
You need some marriage intelligence out here.
Yes, you gotta have these 10 things if you want to be married and stay married.
It's foundational stuff, right?
It's foundational.
If you're gonna build a house, you have to have a foundation. You want a solid foundation. And then you can build whatever it is that you want on top of the foundation. But if you don't have a foundation, then that house is gonna go. And you don't want that.
Nope.
You don't want that. So we're trying to look out for you.
So last month we talked about self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
And how important it is to be self-aware.
Know thyself.
Okay. And this month we're talking about
compassion.
He gonna sing, y'all. I can't stop him. I apologize.
That needs to be a song.
Okay, then make it.
We need to make the song. Is there a song Compassion out there?
No, but we're paying for somebody to get their degree in music composition, so maybe we can talk her into it.
I like how you think, Tracy.
You know,
Queen Trace, I got a winner right here.
Yeah.
I am going to keep you.
Oh, I like that.
For as long as I'm around.
I like that.
I'm going to keep this one right here, y'all.
Okay.
This is a keeper.
So, really quick, we're going to talk about a few things today. We're going to talk about compassion really quickly, and then we're going to do our question of the week.
Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about stuff that's top of mind for us, things that we want to discuss that's like just kind of on our minds.
Yeah, things we came across this week, and we really wanted to push out there, something we saw on someone else's page or blog or something, and we're going to push out there and share that with you that we felt was really important.
Yep.
What else we got for them today?
We're going to have a little adult conversation this evening, too.
Oh, that's last. So we'll warn you before that so you can put your earpods in.
Hey, if you stay around to the end of the broadcast this evening, you will be able to indulge with Heath and Tracy on some adult conversation.
I don't mind talking about sex.
Why you give it away, Tracy?
Anyway. And we're also going to share our first ever couple of the week.
Yes, the dopest couple in the world.
Now, if you want to join the conversation, you can hop on Twitter. That's at Heath Tracy.
Tweet me.
Or you can jump on heathandtracy.com and then click on the red tab on the side.
Yeah, we got a little side tab over there. So if you want to leave us a voicemail, you ever have a question, something that's relationship driven, things that you want to know from Heath and Tracy's perspective, reach out to us, send us a voicemail, and we might feature you on our show. So do that.
All right.
You ready to get into it?
Ready to get into it, baby.
All right, let's talk about compassion. You know, if you look up compassion, the definition will show a strong feeling of sympathy and sadness for other people's suffering or bad luck and desire to help, right? And it's very similar to empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. So you can see how these are very important with respect to relationships, right? Because if Tracy is experiencing something, if she's going through something, if something is not rubbing her the right way, I am going to immediately engage, and I'm going to go right to the back rub. I'm going to put my arm around her. I'm going to, baby, tell me what's happening.
Am I getting this confused with passion?
We're not talking about passion yet, Tracy.
Oh, okay.
This is compassion.
Then you better stop rubbing my back.
This is me inferring, understanding.
I think you're getting it confused.
I'm trying to talk to the people.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So
you rubbing my back. That threw me all off.
That's compassion. That's my compassion. That's me wanting to, regardless of how I feel, I need to infer and I need to go into and interpret what you're feeling so that I can try to make it better for you.
Right.
Right? And so if something is not right with Tracy, then what you're going to see me do is go to her. I'm going to be more endearing. I'm going to maybe go to take care of the kitchen. Baby, what is it that can I do? Can I help you? Can I rub your back? Can I make you a bath?
Yeah.
Can I get you a glass of wine?
Yeah. So it's just about seeing someone else in distress.
Right.
Or seeing someone else, let's just be specific here, guys.
Yeah.
Your partner, your loved one, seeing them in distress or seeing them upset or just seeing them a little out of sorts and then seeking out to see if you can help them.
Right.
Actually inquiring, can I help you? Is there something you need me to do?
Yep.
Or just asking, what happened? Why are you feeling this way? It's just dropping your pride and just saying, I can help you. I'm here for you. How can I help you?
You got to be compassionate.
You got to be compassionate.
Right? Because if you're not compassionate, then that means that you're all about you.
Right.
You're all about yourself, right? And it's a proven fact that most divorce is rooted in selfishness. So that means that if you're thinking about yourself all the time, it's all about you. Everything is about you. Everything is centered around how you feel, how you think, what you feel is important. Well, what about this other person that you're engaged with? What about this other person that you're sharing your life with?
Right.
How do they feel about it?
Right.
What are they experiencing? What are they maybe a little down about today? How can you help them have a better day?
And if you're dating, I'm sorry, did I cut you off, baby?
No, you're fine,
okay.
baby.
If you're dating, you want to think of it in the aspect of how is this person going to be if I continue this relationship with them? How are you going to fall in love with somebody and they're not compassionate towards you?
Falling in love.
If something really bad happens, a parent dies, or you lose a pet or something, you want that person to say, "Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What can I do for you?"
Right.
Or let's talk about this. Or do you need me to do something?
As opposed to, all right, holler back when you get over that.
That's not compassionate.
Hey, give me a call whenever y'all bury the cat and y'all chilling and you get yourself together. Holler at me in a couple of weeks.
How about your wife or your girlfriend is on her cycle and she's cramping and she's not having a good day?
I don't like it when you like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just leave you alone for a couple, 3 days. Just get back with me because otherwise I'm gonna be over here on the other part of the house.
That's an excellent time to show compassion.
You gotta be compassionate, right? You have to. It's not all about you.
No.
It is better to give than to receive.
That's right.
And when you are displaying compassion in your relationship, compassion in your life,
yes.
right, as relates to your mate, your children, other people in your family,
right.
This is a core competency. This is something that is tantamount to any type of successful relationship. And so if you want to have a joyful marriage, then you want some compassion in your life.
All right.
Trust and believe.
So remember that, guys.
So we're going to dive more and more into that the rest of the month. But so that gives you kind of a high level understanding of the subject of compassion and empathy.
So I was moving on. I was on Twitter. I like Twitter, guys. So if you ever want to talk to me or see what's up with me, hop on Twitter.
Hit the queen in the Twitterverse.
I just can't help it. Compassion is dead.
Compassion is dead. Right. And if it is dead, then that's probably going to be a dead relationship, isn't it?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's the whole point. That's the whole point of rocking with Heathen Tracy, because we are helping you be joyfully married after, or in a phenomenal relationship where you are excited and charged up about every day.
So if you feel like you have lost compassion, that means something has happened that you don't feel like you can make that person get to a better place if they're feeling bad. That means you have some negativity toward that person.
Yeah.
There's some negative energy there that needs to be cleaned out.
It's something something undergirding that, right?
Something undergirding that.
So
correct.
Something has happened. Something has happened in the past, or there's something that's at the core of why you're feeling that way.
Yes, there's something that happened that you haven't gotten over. And the other thing about compassion that people fail to realize is that if you don't give compassion, you will not be getting compassion.
Right.
So if you feel like you can't serve someone compassion, they probably have not been serving you compassion.
Right, right.
Or they have done something to you over and over again where you just can't get there. And that needs to be rectified. There needs to be some counseling there. There needs to be some conversation there.
Yep.
There needs some prayer. There's some guidance. And you need to clean out that negative energy.
Yep.
Because that's why you can't. Because as human beings, we are compassionate.
Yep.
When we see a child crying, we want to run and help that child.
An animal.
Or if you see someone in distress, it's natural for you to want to help that person. So what you need to do is figure out why you have no compassion for your person, because that means there's a disconnect with that person, and not that they've done anything to you, but it could be a series of things that have happened
kind of built
over time, and it has built up to this point where you're just like, I'm dead inside. I don't care how you feel.
Right.
It doesn't matter to me how you feel. And I'm going to be honest with you. There have been times in our relationship when we have felt like that. It gets to a point where something happens over and over, or something doesn't happen. It could be something like that.
Yeah.
If someone ignores you over and over, it could be like that. And the way you get there is you have to get some help. You've got to get some help around it. You've got to talk to someone that's going to help you figure out why it's like that. You've got to figure that out. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. Because it breeds contempt, right? If you're not getting that, then you get to a point where you're like, well, if you don't care, I don't care.
That's where you are. If you don't care, I don't care.
Right.
If you don't continue to show compassion, that's what happens. You don't care, I don't care.
Yeah.
And so that's where you are, it sounds like.
That's tricky. We're going to be thinking about you.
Yes.
Awesome, baby.
All right, so what is at the top of our domes today? We're thinking about the 6 rules. Sorry about the garage door opener. We have a teenager and he goes in and out.
In and out, in and out.
6 rules to be a good teammate in your relationship. 6 rules, guys. Yeah, I know we don't want to talk about rules, but when I saw this article, I was like, okay, these aren't really rules. And that's what attracted me to it. It was just a matter of explaining. I'm going to go through them. Let's just go through them.
Yeah.
Okay. Choosing your life partner is vital. What's the first one, baby?
Yeah.
No one should ever hear anything bad about your spouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one.
And that's one that's tricky for a lot of people, right? And
Yeah.
even we've been through some of those kinds of things, right? Where you're saying maybe things to someone else that's close to you in the family about your spouse or something of that nature. And really what you want to do is not do that.
No.
Right? What you want to do is reflect on it, pray about it, think about it, roll around, get some advice, get some professional help if you need to. But you want to work through things with your mate as opposed to telling everybody in the family about what's going on. You know what she did?
If you can't say nothing nice,
don't say
nothing.
Don't say anything.
And your family wants you to be okay.
Right.
So when you do that, what happens is they jump on your side, and all of a sudden your family doesn't like your spouse. And then when you make up with your spouse, you wonder why they don't like them. So you should never talk about your spouse in a negative way to anybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
the second one is over communicate.
Yes.
Over communicate. Now he doesn't do this.
No.
I do this. I do this. I might do a little too much, but it's better to over communicate than under communicate.
Yeah.
So if you're having an issue, if your partner is doing something you don't like, if they're doing something you like, if anything, just tell them, just say it, just write it, just text it. You have to over communicate. And what we also want to remember is that communicating is more than just writing and speaking. What else is communicating?
Nonverbals.
Nonverbals.
Because the first rule of communication is that one cannot not communicate.
Correct. So always be communicating.
Yes.
The third one is try new things together.
Yes.
If you feel a little stale in your relationship, this is so good. I really, really like this one. Try new things together.
Yep. It could be food. It could be adventures. It could be
be skiing.
Local stuff around town.
It could be hiking,
maybe
biking.
Picking a place that you've never been to. Maybe a country you've never been to.
Yep. A different trip you've never taken. If you just take a long trip one day.
Yeah.
If you just try anything new together. And what that does is it gets the endorphins going.
Yep.
And it really, really gets you all on the same level. It gets you vibing. It gets you vibing the same way.
You want to be vibing.
Be each other's champion is the fourth one.
Yes, this is the queen champion right here.
Cheerleader, I'm the pink Power Ranger.
Trace is the champion of the whole entire family.
Yep.
If you in this family and you do anything that's dope, it's basketball, it's baseball, it's schoolwork, it's something that happened at work, you got an award, whatever it is, cheerleader.
Yep. And you have to do that with your spouse because especially in our community, guys, a lot of people we don't get a lot of recognition for things. So where are you expecting to get it? I at the very least expect Heath to give me something in that regard. If I know I've done something well, it's just something about him saying, oh my gosh, baby, you did that so well. Yeah. Or I'm so proud of you. Or I'm so happy for you.
Yes.
You worked so hard on that. It's about always be edifying.
Yep.
Am I getting too... okay, yeah. Always be communicating and always be edifying.
I like it, baby.
Okay.
ABCABE.
And the last one is this the last one? No. The fifth one is be grateful for each other's contributions.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
It is, right? Baby, thanks so much for making the dinner tonight. Hey, baby, you did such a fantastic job on helping your daughters do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. If you can always thank your person for doing something, even if you just pick one thing they did that day or one thing that morning, or just remind, I think you're a great father, even if you have to stay positive at all times. Yeah. If you are seeing things about your partner that aren't positive, that aren't making you happy, change your mind, change your words, change your thoughts. I mean, literally, just stop. Stop the negativity, stop the negative thinking, and tell them what's good. And if you have to, write it down. Yep. And then if you say it and you speak it, it's just going to start happening better that way. And you have to believe that, and you have to know that. Yep. You really have to believe that and know that. And then the last one is trust and respect one another. Yes, yes. This one is big. This is a big one, guys. If you don't have trust and you don't have respect, you can't be a team. It's like, think about, that's kind of what's going on with the Lakers right now with LeBron and what's going on there. It's like they have no trust or respect for one another. So it makes it really difficult to be a team.
Yep.
Same thing in your union. Same thing in your marriage.
Because you're a team.
Same thing in your relationship.
And you want a good teammate.
And, excuse me, you have to trust that person and respect that person. Okay?
Respect, baby.
Excuse me.
Respect. Respect, man. What are we talking about now?
You got it.
Question of the week.
Oh yes, so
this is our call-in question.
Yeah,
our write-in question.
This is our write-in question of the week.
Yep.
So we also have a YouTube channel if you haven't visited that.
Heath
and Tracy TV.
I can't even tell.
You did.
I was quick on the draw.
But once again, if you go to heathandtracy.com, you'll find it there too.
Yeah, Heath and Tracy TV. Y'all check us out on YouTube.
So the question of the week is, how long is too long when a man hasn't proposed yet?
Yes. And I thought that your answer was so poignant because this is always applicable to each person's individual experience.
It really is.
And their situation. And so when your response was as long as you feel like it should be.
Right.
I thought that was really cool. That was spot on.
Yeah, this goes back to being on the same level as the person you're dealing with and how important it is.
Yeah.
Everyone is not going to be ready for marriage right away. Some people are and some people aren't. If you are dealing with someone that is ready for marriage and you are not ready for marriage, it may be time to move on. It's not about just clicking and making it work and seeing if it's going to work. And I'm going to see and I'm going to see. It doesn't work. You really have to be on the same level, the same vibe to make it work. So when Heath and I decided to get married, it was almost like a no-brainer. And that's the best way for things to be, in a no-brainer kind of feel. Yep. I talked to a lot of couples who've been married for a long time, and each and every one of them say, we knew when we knew. Yeah. It was a knowing. Yeah. And if there's not a knowing on both sides, it's not the right time. It's not the right time. And if you're ready and they're not, that's not your person. Right. So if you're hanging around with that person and you're waiting for them to come around and you're waiting for them to ask you, and it's like you're not in the same
same wavelength.
So your person is out there ready, but you over here with this person not ready.
Right.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. And you can wait and wait and wait, and you get despondent, you get frustrated, you start, doubting things. That's all negative. Yeah. So when you start seeing that negativity come in, that's just not the place to be.
And if you move on and you change chapters with that person, and that person realizes that, hey, that might have been my person.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna come running at you. Now they're ready.
Right.
Or to your point, maybe that's a way that you can discover that actually wasn't your person, right? And so now you can move on and they can move on. So they've discovered some things about themselves and you're discovering some things about yourself in conjunction with the fact that you severing that relationship may lead you to your person.
Yeah, you are so right. A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage.
That's the truth.
It is so, so true. It's better to know your spouse very well. You're so, so right. Yeah. And you really have to pay attention to that, guys. You really have to pay attention to, am I on the same wavelength with this person? Yeah. If you're not vibing, it's not just a bad day. If you're talking, you've been waiting for 6 years, that's not just a bad day.
Yeah.
It's just not a bad day. So you really have to make sure you are on the same wavelength. I can tell when Heath and I aren't vibing. But I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't go on for weeks and weeks at a time. And it's so bad sometimes. We go, what is wrong? What's going on with us? And we'll stop and we'll talk about it. Yeah. Because we don't like being that way. And you shouldn't want to be that way with your partner.
And to the point of the relationship and really knowing each other, even though Tracy and I had sort of a whirlwind romance.
Was it really?
We spent, in a lot of ways it was whirlwind. But the point is that we spent so much time getting to know one another when we first started dating. Of course, in those days, you would talk on the phone like old school with the cord coming out of the wall, and you on the phone for 6, 8, 10 hours. Yep. I mean, and we was talking. It wasn't like you just listen to air like when you were a teenager or something. It was like we were getting to know each other like deeply.
Yeah, we did.
And so I thought that was a great point that T2 was just bringing in, was that you got to know the person you're dealing with.
Right.
Awesome. What's the next, baby?
Dopest couple of the week.
Okay, let me tell you about the dopest couple in the world.
I'm so excited. I listened to I listened to another podcast today, the Fire Love podcast. Fire Love podcast.
Yep.
And they had the same couple.
They had the same couple we chose?
I was like, yes.
I chose the first though.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you did. You did.
So this week's dopest couple in the world is Russell and Sierra.
Yes,
y'all like Russell and Sierra?
Yes,
Russell and Sierra, dopest couple in the world. I really thought it was cool. I think Russell was vlogging their trip to Brazil.
Yeah,
and it was really cool. They were at the Christ the Redeemer statue.
Yep. And
it was so cool.
They were kneeling down in prayer.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh.
And I didn't even realize that they had the kids with them until some of the other videos.
That's what I was digging. I was like, oh my gosh, they got the kids with them. So it's like a family trip. It's like a couple trip. She's working. I think she's shooting for one of the Vogue magazines. And he's working. He's doing some service. They just taken it and just rolled it all into one, y'all. And they doing the thing. They just like, we are this couple.
Yeah, they were
we
all in
are
the
showing you
and
how.
I know. Playing soccer.
I know.
They were everywhere.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was really dope.
They are doing it. And if you want quote unquote hashtag and all that stuff, relationship goals, check out Russell and Sierra Wilson.
Dopest couple in the world this week. What's next, baby?
Woo! This is your segment.
Y'all ready to get into it?
Okay, so we get ready to talk about doing it and doing it
and doing it well in the segment that we call Doing It Well.
So we decided to add this segment because we've heard a lot of stories lately of married couples not having sex.
Yeah.
I was dumbfounded by the stories. I've heard, and I actually know couples that do not have sex and have not had sex.
Yep.
Okay? We'll check the DMs thing. And if you want to, you can leave a voicemail too on the website.
Yeah, it's just us.
It's just us.
Yeah.
So if you are in a relationship and you are married, okay? If you are not married, there is no pressure to have sex. I'm going to put that out there right now. Because once you have sex, there's an obligation associated with it. I don't care what it is.
Yep.
I don't care if it's a one-night stand. I don't care if it's a booty call. I don't care if it's a friend with benefits. The other person will be expecting something. They will either be expecting more of a relationship or they will be expecting more sex. So that's all I have to say about sex out of wedlock, okay? We're speaking of sex within a marriage, and that's what we'll always be speaking of, okay, unless we specify.
Yeah, we're coming from our paradigm, right? So we're looking through the lens of our marital relationship, right? And so that's not to say that we're not aware of situationships and other ways that people are engaged in relationships today. We're just talking about, in this specific example, and most of the time when we're giving examples, we're speaking through the lens of marriage.
Right. So that's why we decided to add this segment to the Love Seat.
Yes.
Tonight, we're talking, the question is what?
The question is, how do you get what you want in the bedroom?
How do you get more sex? How do you get a favorite position? How do you get something done to you or something you want to do? How do you get more attention? What is your answer, babe?
The answer is you asked for it.
But that's not, okay, so.
No, that's the short answer.
That's the short answer. We all know it's just not that easy.
Right.
It's just not that easy.
Yeah.
And I think ladies in this age of empowerment and Me Too, we need to be very specific. We need to be very vocal. And we need to be very aware of what our needs are in the bedroom. I hear too many stories of women not having orgasms, not knowing how to get there, their man not knowing how to get them there.
Right.
Y'all, that's a waste of time. That's a waste of time.
You know, you ask.
I ain't faking nothing. I'm going to tell you right now.
The dudes might not think it's a waste of time. But I know what you're talking about, baby. And I think that's so important, right? Because if you are one who is compassionate, then you want the other person to be fulfilled. You want your mate to have everything that they want.
You really do.
You want your mate to have the highest expression and feel goodness that's possible for them to feel. So from my perspective, I am all about you.
Yeah.
Because when I'm all about you and I'm making sure you get everything you need, guess what I get?
Everything.
It's
that simple.
It's just not right.
So back to the question of how do you get what you want? You have to ask.
Yeah, you have to articulate it.
You have to articulate it. Mm-hmm. You can either show them, you can I don't suggest you do it during. Mm-hmm. It's something about the during that kind of messes up the ebb and the flow of everything. Don't ever do it during. Yeah. Okay, you can make hints lower, harder, faster. That's different. You can say words like that during, or stop, or something like that during. But what we're suggesting is having an open dialogue about the bedroom. Right. Period.
Yep. Yep.
And you should try to do it when the television's off, without your phone in your hand, and you need to have a come to Jesus, what I call, meeting about. It's not enough. Foreplay is not enough, honey.
I need some more foreplay.
I need more foreplay.
Hey, we got to go longer with that. We just jumping right into it. That's not working for me.
Or, I saw these toys I wanted to try.
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's try it out.
I want to try these toys.
Let's get a $150 budget. Let's try a couple toys.
Another way is maybe to go to one of those stores together, or maybe go online together. And there are a lot of sites. There are a lot of different sites. There are Christian websites with toys and books and everything. Yep. And they will send things to your house, and no one will know the better.
Yeah, whatever you into, right? If it's dress up, you want to play some roles, you want to do things, have your safe word, whatever you into. You just need to communicate and articulate that. I need more of this.
Right.
I need less of that.
Right.
Let's do this. Let's try that.
Right.
And that way, when you're having these conversations, this dialogue, then you apply that to what you're doing. And then, at some point you analyze, you aggregate the information, right? It's sort of like being at work and analyzing the data, right? That's another marriage intelligence that we're going to get to, is being analytical. But the point is that you have to aggregate that information, aggregate that data. Let's see how that worked. What did you like about what we did, about what we tried out, that thing that we don't normally do, and we did it this way or that way? What did you think, baby? How did you like that? And then now you have some additional information to go back to and refine. And what you'll find is over time, it's going to be dope.
You really have to hone in on what you need. And I'm speaking to the women. If you don't know what you need, ask your partner to help you explore.
Right.
You really have to be vocal about how to get you there.
We're not in a race.
It's not a race. It's not a race.
We married.
And that's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it. If you don't know how to get there, ask your partner to help.
Yep.
If he doesn't know how, find out. There are books, there's education, there's therapists. There's no reason for you to be in your bedroom, in your bed, with your husband or with your wife, and you're not being pleasured. There is no reason for that whatsoever.
Nope.
It's so important for you all to exchange that pleasure because it bonds you together. If you're going through the motions, if it's routine, we need to stop this. It needs to stop. It needs to be fun. It needs to be romantic. It needs to be whatever you want it to be.
And let's take a moment to reverse engineer those to the marriage intelligence subjects that we've talked about before. In terms of self-awareness and compassion, right? And so if you, the self-awareness piece really comes in understanding
Big time.
I'm not getting what I need.
That's a problem.
I need to become more aware of, I'm not happy because of this, and this. I'm not happy because my husband is never doing the dishes, he never washes the clothes, he never pays a bill, he never cleans up after himself.
It's hard to get it tingling if that's not happening.
So I'm feeling a certain type of way because of that, and therefore that is impacting how compassionate I am towards him.
It's a lot, guys.
In conjunction with the fact that he is rushing me in the bedroom. So now you can see just these first few intelligences that we've talked about.
Yeah,
it's all
connected.
It's all jacked up.
And that's why we think it's so important to talk about them, because it spills over into everything else in your relationship.
Right.
It does. It spills over to everything else.
Now, conversely, if your man is doing the dishes, if he's washing the clothes, if he put gas in your car, if he's doing what's happening at work,
it makes it real
bringing
easy.
home a paycheck,
it makes it
he's
real easy.
Being compassionate about you and your day and what's happening. Now we get to the bedroom and we're being communicative and talking about what's happening, and he's executing there as well. We on the right track. We are winning out here.
And women, let's not get into it too deeply, but men are visual.
Yeah.
And if your man is not feeling you on a visual level, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
So that's so work on those things that play to your strengths, right? Play to your strengths and understand what is attractive to your man. And maybe you can do some things to enhance your face, your eyes, your teeth, your waist, your
whatever.
Hips, your whatever it is that he's into that he likes about you.
He gonna take it off anyway. It don't even matter. He gonna take it off anyway, because it's not about it. It's not you or whatever. It's just about a level of attractiveness. But as far as communicating what you need in the bedroom, it's imperative. It's imperative from both sides. Men have to tell women also.
That's right. Let them know. Speak what you need out here. I think that's about it, baby.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, remember, guys, stay connected. Stay connected to God. Stay connected to your family. And stay connected to your spouse.
Or your significant other.
We love you. HeathenTrader.com. Check us out.